Texas tapped in.
Welcome to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and Johnny Red Floyd Stadium, home of the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. And Raider fans have been clamoring to get this one started all week. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
Every time I come in this way, you got a fresh cut. Rolling on the floor, laughing boy, go to the barber weekly.
Shit,
kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
I'm going to Texas tomorrow, so I had to go get a haircut before we head out of town.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
He's averaging 6 touchdowns a game.
On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On second down, looking to throw. Complete to the left. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle.
Texas tapped in. Every time I come in this way, you got a fresh cut. Rolling on the floor, laughing boy, go to the barber weekly.
Sure, that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Trying to escape and get it himself.
Damn it,
a really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the Hurricanes will have it first and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Quarterback keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires one high and deep. And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Looking to go up top on first down. Throwing right. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. He's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it.
Why I can't never get a free one like that. Rolling on the floor laughing.
I don't know if he intentionally meant to do that. If I was just that stupid going away from the ball. Come on, Marquise.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Going to the running game. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback adapted.
Come on, guys.
Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards.
Touchdown, Blue Raiders! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Alabama has the lead right now, but this Tide crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside Bryant-Denny. They're up by 7 over Memphis. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Trying to find his man on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
He wants to throw here on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. And the Canes want to move quickly. They want to run this quarterback. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. He wants to pass it on second down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Canes have their offense in high gear.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are...
Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air.
No way.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
One final play before the end of the quarter. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the
You gotta
second
throw it,
quarter.
Keith. You gotta give him a chance, Keith. You gotta get that nigga a chance right there.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And it's no good. And guys, they miss a chance to stretch the lead. It's still sitting on a 2. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little...
He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to... But the ball pops out on the return. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quick completion on the out route. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Looking to pass on second down. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Breaks the tackle. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
You know they'd love to convert this third down after missing a field goal on the last drive. On the move. They are on the move. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Looking to throw on second down. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the single back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make the play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wide out in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He'll pull it down. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
This defense knew coming into this one they were going to have their hands full trying to slow down this athletic quarterback. That time, they had their eyes in the wrong place. Quarterback got to the perimeter on the right, and it was just too late. Big gainer for the O.
Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Offense working from the pistol. On the move. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34.
3:25. Cross. Razor.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll go to the ground.
Come on. Fuck! No, I'm not going to.
Touchdown, MTSU. And once he got loose, it was all over.
That's my fault.
There's a reason they call this dude a a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the capper came on a 34-yard jump to the end zone. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Time to take a shot. Holds it in on the left. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Just going to keep it after the snap. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Canes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
They'll try the right side. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Lets it fly. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete to the left. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Caves. They take the lead with the 6. Lining up for the PAT. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end.
Thank you.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's
all his dreams and hopes are gone.
Interception. Touchdown, Miami. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5.
Texas captain. Every time I come in this day, you got a fresh cut. Rolling on the floor, laughing, boy, go to the barber weekly. Damn, why I can't never get a free one like that. Rolling on the floor, laughing.
Ooh, that was good.
Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's going to pass. Release to the back. Makes the catch. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires to the wideout.
Oh, no knockout?
And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Now from inside the red zone. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team, led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin, would just steamroll teams. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
That's my fault.
And it slips through his fingers.
That's
incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I didn't have to hop on that.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. It's complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He uncorks a
I mean, that's just elite safety play right there.
Dart tonight, his 4th interception.
That's elite safety play.
Conditions today in this game, wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit.
He thought it was open
right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
He leaves it with the back. Still running at the 40.
Oh man, he thought it was he thought he had an elite play. That's an elite play right there.
Yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
That was
a great play by the defensive
elite safety play.
Athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll try it over the left side. Across the 25, he's got room. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You gotta just forget about it.
35.
Touchdown, Blue Raider! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This is a play this offense reps over and over and over again in practice. And this quarterback always makes the right decision. Always knows when he needs to keep the football. And then when he does, with his speed and athleticism, he is a problem.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Crosses the goal line for the 2-point conversion, and it's an 11-point game. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They've cut into this lead. It's down to 11 as they're set to kick it away.
He played horrible defense. He just wants simple shit.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
The back goes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Makes his connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Going up top on first down. Unloads to the right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On second down, he'll let it fly. Looking deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss,
we can't miss three of
DB,
those.
You definitely want to miss out toward the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
The Hurricanes decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Off play action on first down. He's got the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And here comes the offense on second down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing.
UCLA tapped in.
Put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He wants to throw. Got his man on the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw.
Oh, Tommy
And
got
the
some
pressure
pressure.
gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
No way we missed 3
I
tackles
love
to
offenses
create.
and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Third down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Quarterback checking the play. A first down run in the red zone. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think we need to see more creativity in the route running. We need some slants. We need some out-breaking routes. You're expecting man coverage down this area of the field, so you got to do something to create separation.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Looking to scramble.
He should have seen the hospital.
He will be stopped short. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much. That's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. And the Hurricanes will keep this drive going. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The offense lining up for a first down play.
GG's.
Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote.
I got some stuff I gotta go do.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of
people
wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice
rhythm. And it's hard to find that early in the season.
We should have had. I had another two touchdowns.
Well. You can tell they're starting to get in the groove, figure out
we should have had
who does
60,
what well,
it's
and
okay.
maximize that and accentuate it.
All right, guys. Y'all guys be good. Be out of town for a while, so y'all guys be good.